Unforgiving Ross-Abian Desert.
There's the boat launch, and you pretty much just go. Walk along the lake. There are beaches. Walk along the rolling. Step on top, and as you pass, very down to some secluded beaches out there. Sandy in the winter when the lake's draw is down, but are probably fairly rocky in the summertime when the lake is up. Ooh, baby. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. So you can see there's a floating dock there and a whole bunch of log boom to designate a safe swimming area. Boat launch there. People out fishing. And yeah, we're just gonna walk right along and just kind of cruise along up top with views of the lakes and rambling up and down and all around. I'm doing some stuff on Pokemon real quick. Sorry, not sorry. Ooh, this breeze is cold on my fingies though. I gotta remember to hold the GoPro in a way that I don't mess up the microphone, because I figured out that's what is happening as I fudge the microphone connection around while I'm holding it, and that's what causes it to not record properly. Finger back on my glove. And yeah, so there's a quote-unquote defined trail for the first mile or so, and then after that you just pick your way through. But I believe so Clapp Lake was originally called, I want to say Schlagel Lake or Pinto Lake maybe. I was reading about it somewhere, and this is, I think, Schlagel Cove, but they renamed it Clapp Lake because Billy Clapp was one of the originators of the Columbia Basin Project, which is this vast irrigation project to bring water to the desert so you could have all this irrigable land. So they renamed the lake after him, which is pretty cool. I don't think you can go down on the other side. I think you have to backtrack. Huh?
I mean, let's see a trail coming right up to this.
The main trail's down here. Huh?
Just climb this and keep going.
I don't think you can get down on that side. I think this is just a viewpoint that we'll check out when we come back. This might be another long exposure spot. But I can see the trail is down here. So I think this is just a viewpoint spot. So yeah, like I was saying, there are two access points. One from here on the south at the Pinto Dam side, which I'm going to call the Pinto Dam Trailhead, and the other is at the northwest side of the lake at Summer Falls, which is a day use area, and I'm going to call that the Summer Falls Trailhead. A lot of the nomenclature for this I'm going to make up because I didn't see anything in the books or online or anything about like named beaches and viewpoints and such, so I'm going to be naming things, and I'm not trying to
making a fire out of that wood pellet.
That might be a good clip there, but we'll hopefully make more. And I'm not trying to officially claim or professionally name any things. I'm just doing it to make it easier for myself to keep track of and for anybody else to keep track of. I don't know, you got to get down here somewhere. So go. I'm just doing it for the sake of ease of myself later, because I'm going to be putting those names down on my iHike app. Like if we get to a really good beach or a really good viewpoint, I mean, I'm just going to be basing it off of landmarks that are already named on and around the lake. So like there's a town back at the highway called Stratford. You've got Pinto Dam. You've got actual name of the lake, Billy Clapp. And then there's a couple of radio repeating stations nearby that are named. And then there's a couple of coulees and springs in the area that are named. That's where I'm going to be pulling my names from. So yeah, that'll be that. But the plan is to walk along the lake, go to these good viewpoints at the north end, to look down at the upper end of the powerhouse, and then maybe stop at a beach on the way back, and probably stop up there on the way back to get some long exposure. So there's going to be a whole bunch of lakeside long exposures coming out of this. Yeah, very fragrant when you walk by it. And then hopefully sometime in the spring we'll come back and do this again and see all the pretty wildflowers. And a time after that or before that, we'll also come back and get on the kayaks and paddle the lake too, and get some fishing in hopefully. But that'll be then. This is now. Quarter of a mile in, and you can see where the summertime lake level is at this tree. So technically Nash and I would be standing in the water in the summertime, but you can see there's it's a decent sandy beach to be had depending on the water level into this cove. Be some good swimming spots. It gets deep quick, and I don't know, there might be some cliff jumping opportunities if you go walking along the cliff some. I'm not condoning it. I'm not ever encouraging anybody to do cliff jumping at any spot ever, but Nash and I may. That doesn't mean you do it. That means you watch us be dumb.
Let us be dumb.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, quarter of a mile. First spot in this cove. There's supposed to be a really big sandy beach about a mile in, and it's supposed to be like 200 yards long or something. So that's probably the main party point. People get on the boats, because you can't have motorized boats out here, and there's a couple of local farms do like jet ski rentals and such. So different story in the summertime when it's warm. In the wintertime when it's 35 and absolutely gorgeous out though, a little different. So yeah, this I think will definitely be a lake we come back to in the future. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, just pick a direction and go. Eventually you're gonna have no trail. I have a feeling this is what it's going to be like all day. Popping up on top. Did you get any shorts? So there's the inlet we were just at. And here's the views. You can clearly see the water line and the rubble line that gets caused by the water line. And that chunky rock there is going to be the one island, and it kind of looks like it's just a straight wall and no rubble pile on it yet for boaters to get to. But I know I saw a beach over there, and I know there's a beach up here a ways. But yeah, this is pretty much what it's going to be like. You're going to come up, go ooh ah holy shit, and then you're going to drop down into an inlet and come back up and down and up and down. And then you get to the big tablelands over there as the lake goes that direction towards Summer Falls and Banks Lake and Grand Coulee Dam and everything else as we continue going upstream. And then you can see that straight line over there is Pinto Dam. Sick! Continue, I guess. Another open beach area. We've gone, I don't know, maybe 200 yards in a very zigzag fashion. Haven't lost the trail yet. Hasn't got super faint yet, but we will eventually lose it. I don't think this is the big beach. You can see, depending on the lake level, there might be beach and there might not be beach. But as this area slowly continues to erode away, I'm sure more beach will be created as the slope flattens out. So I believe we're about to drop down into one of the two main beaches. We've gone about 2/3 of a mile. Hey, you should take a short or two in this section, especially when we drop down to the beach here in a couple hundred yards. Yeah, that's the island. That would be the island, and on this side I don't see any way to safely park a kayak, but you know, we can do things the unsafe way too. No, I want you in shot.
I'm answering a text. Good.
I know, you're answering Hope. I saw. You can wait.
So I'll forget.
God damn it. I want you in shot for the thumbnail. It's the whole idea.
Time for that later.
Boy, I'm gonna beat you. Ooh, ah, pretty, pretty. Ooh, ah, pretty, pretty. Little bit of breeze. Lots of arrowleaf balsam root. Dead this time of year. Oh. And then we're gonna have a fairly steep climb back out. Oh well. Looks like we go up the draw over there, in between the two rocky points. And we wait on Nash. I'm just gonna pre-aim this way so I can get a good thumbnail and clip. Shorts?
Fine.
Yeah.
Golf.
Content. We're at 500 subscribers now. We got to keep the content up.
500.
501. Nope, scared all the geese.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna, just for the sake of naming, safe to keep track of places, I'm gonna name this Pinto Beach after the dam, and then the other northern beach we can name something else. I think this skirts it, and this will go down onto the beach. You want to walk on the beach? Screw it, let's walk on the beach. So yeah, 3/4 of a mile in or so, and we are approaching Pinto Beach. At least I think this will actually let us drop down onto the beach. Oh yeah. Dropping down onto Pinto Beach on Clapp Lake in eastern Washington, part of the Columbia Basin wildlife refuges and wildlife areas. Got them honking off in the distance and got the clip. That's gonna be a thumbnail and that's gonna be everything. I'm doing Snapchat stuff real quick. Oh, that breeze down here is cold though. Good. The breeze hurts too. So yeah, this looks like this is about the very edge of the beach. And then it wraps around to the rocks over there, and then you got trails going up that way. This is gonna be so nice to come back and swim in. Paddle in and swim in. You can tell which way the prevailing currents come from because you got a nice big 200-foot tall sand beach in here. It gets deposited year round. This is nice. This is very nice. You can see the trail kind of squirts on up that direction. I'll probably let this roll and walk that direction. You dunk your phone in?
No, you can do that.
I'll do that on the way back. You ready to roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Lead.
Short one.
Yeah. Frickin' sweet. Oh God, that was squishy mud. All right, and then we'll climb our way out of here and probably get up onto the tablelands here pretty quickly. It's only 2.5 miles to the end of the lake, and we're already almost a mile in. So you can see Nash down there. There are multiple faint boot paths snaking their way through these outcrops. I think the main wide trail is back there a ways. It stays a fair ways away from the lake, but there's a couple of them that snake through all these outcrops. So we're just doing that. I'm staying up high. He's wanting to adventure down low. The views are stupendous. And yeah, we'll get up here a little ways further. It'll get flat, and then we'll make a left, go into some big viewpoints, look at the top end of the lake, have lunch, and make our way back. Except the defining, oh no, it's up here. So that's your boot path. Not much to see unless you're really on top of it. You can kind of see it snaking away. I mean, again, there's no defined trail system. Like, that's not even an actual trailhead. That's just a boat launch where you can leave from. You can see there's a fairly spicy route. That actually looks quite fun. Kind of wish I was down there. That route looks quite fun. Going around the rock cliff in front of you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm on the one that's going to stay on top, so it's whatever.
Well, I don't want to run into another talus slope.
I don't think it's going to, yeah, it might. You just going to cut your way up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Nash does have a valid point. It is really nice to be out here in the fall and the winter when it's not 100 degrees outside. The only downside is there's no flowers out, and it's too cold to go swimming in what looks to be a stupendously gorgeous lake to go swimming in. I think it just goes this way. You enjoying yourself?
Yeah, just that walk was tough.
I'm sure it was. It's quite rambly.
And somebody else's boots too.
Yeah. We're the same size.
Yeah, but he probably cut lose my ankles.
That's because they haven't been worn in years.
Yeah.
They're my backups. Da. Go.
Agua.
Agua? Okay.
Por favor, agua.
Keep walking.
Little turds, aren't they?
Yeah. So where all those geese took off from over here on this south-facing slope is, I think, the other beach area that's not right at Summer Falls. So we'll go check that out, see if it's actually beachy or not. And then we pretty much hang our left turn and get to our big viewpoints. What are we at distance-wise? 1 3/4 miles. So we've gone a mile since Pinto Beach. Not a lot of beach real estate here. It's further up a little. At least it looked beachy, but it might have just been the slope sloughing off into the water, which means it will become beach in another 50 years or so. But that's why we come out and explore. Now, on the other side, you can see those nice set of cliffs over there, which the summer water table goes mostly all the way up to. That would be a pretty nice area to go kayak over to in the summertime. And some of it looks like it's cliffed up enough to where you might be able to go swimming. Cliff jumping, but that'll be a discovery for another time. Cloud, cold, frozen, hypothermic, dying. Pots. So this is the other area that I thought looked beachy. Kind of not. I mean, you can see where it's sloughing and where the slope steepness changes where the water level is most of the time. So this, we'd be walking right on water level at full pool conditions. Whether or not this is actually, oh god, almost died on a slippery rock, frosty rock. So, kind of ish, probably not, especially when it's full, but it could be a place to park the boats. So I probably won't call this a beach. I'll probably name it as a cove, because this is a fairly large cove feature. It would be nice to park boats in and have some places to sit. Maybe. Still some snow in the shade from previous squalls. You can see water actually runs through here too when it's lower level too. Beautiful. On camera. Alright, let's see here. I know there's a named radio relay station further to the west of us since we're on the west side. And there's an old road that comes down into here too. What is that? Where is it? Where is it? How far away is it? Way out there. And the named is Schlagel? VABM number 1996, SCHLAGEL. Schlagel, Mr. German boy?
Probably Schlagel.
Okay. And I think this is the most noticeable cove for a while. So yeah, I'm going to call this, I guess, Schlagel Cove. Unless it's something else more important becomes named. And then this will just be a cove. But yeah, we're, what is that? Roughly halfway to our final destination. And then I'm assuming the trail probably goes up over there somewhere. So back to Google Maps. Huh, I'm standing in the water. You don't say.
You are drowning.
You are drowning. Yeah, we gotta go up to the top of the cove. Although, no, we don't have to. It looks like another trail picks up at the point over here for at least a little ways. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's keep wandering to the point. And this trail stays along pretty close to the water's edge for a while. Yeah, let's do that. So you can't go walk up the old road for a while, and then there's a whole bunch of trails that cross at various distances inland. But I think at the point right there, another trail picks up and goes and stays pretty close. So we'll go do that.
Okay.
Skip one more rock for me, nice and good. I'll stand back here and you get up close to the beach and get the ambiance.
It'll take 20 minutes trying to find one.
Oh Lord, it doesn't take that long. Here, I've got you one. Nope. I've got you one-ish. Well.
No.
Alright, we're gonna spend. Why is it gotta be so? Here you go.
Thanks, King.
For the gram. Shit. He spikes it. Here. Can you do something that dainty? Jesus. I'll do it. Hashtag POV.
Oh boy. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Starting to make our turn to the west, and the wind is really picking up now. This is getting kind of chilly, but I figured we walk. Scale boy, go. God damn you. It's nearly impossible to find good help these days. Nobody wants to work. Ah, ah, ah.
You're gonna get paid for this? Wait a minute.
Eventually, if we get enough subscribers.
More subscribers.
Yeah.
Make like 25 cents.
Yeah, pretty much. Even though I'm $300 in debt for this camera, and this is going to be year 4 of a $60 a year Wondershare subscription to make the videos, so that's another $250. So we're $500 in debt and counting, not including gas money. Not that we were ever gonna do this for the money to begin with, but this is the trail to be on.
Yeah.
Right along the edge. And look, you can even see here, there's the next ledge, and it's just gone forever.
Mm-hmm.
The next layer of basalt, and it just heals over and goes. That's so cool. I'm hoping you can see that on video. Yeah, you should be able to. Go. I want you in front. This should be a good thumbnail spot. Especially if you go walk on that point right there. Eat it all up, YouTube. Oh yeah. Heckin' sick, my guy. No good beach when the water comes up, but that's okay. We've already passed 2 or 3 of them. And there's, you can see a nice sandy beach over there too. It's about to get pretty cliffy in here.
Yeah.
Oh well, this shows the trail walks right along the water's edge almost the entire time, and they meet somewhere over there, so we should be fine. We just got to keep on trucking. Well, I can guarantee we'll be coming out here and hiking at least probably 2 more times. Once in the spring to see the wildflowers, and probably another shot maybe this winter or next spring coming from the Dry Falls area, because we are officially losing time against daylight at this point. We've gone just about 3 miles, and with all the undulations of these non-established trails, which we're about to run out of for the rest of the way anyway, it's almost noon. We've only got about 3 more hours of daylight, and it took us, well, we've got about 4 hours of daylight, and it took us almost 3 hours to get out here, and we're halfway. So we're not going to get to the viewpoints today. It is the shortest days of the year. That's the other problem, is it's 2 weeks from the shortest day of the year. So we'll probably have to, so we'll have to probably come back out and try it again from the other direction to the viewpoints, because all the viewpoints are near the Summer Falls area. So we'll probably have to try it again here in a couple of months when we get to the other side of the winter solstice and the days start getting longer again. But yeah, with all the undulations, we just don't have enough time in the day, so we are going to, yeah, that's the high point I was thinking. That's not even one of the registered high points that's on the book. That's the 3rd high point I tried to make closer to us, saying, oh yeah, we could get there, which we could if it was going to be dark at 6 o'clock and not 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, that rocky point there, somewhere in here is where we're going to stop for the day. I mean, we're still a good 150 feet maybe above the water line and 100 feet up from the high pool level. But yeah, so we would have to come down off this tableland, go over that draw, come back up, see that, come back down, and there's 2 more even higher points closer to Summer Falls, which I think we'll have to save for another day. So I'll have to come up with some catchy name for this flat bench at the curve here. I don't know. We'll figure out some name, and then we'll name those other 2 points at another time when we come here. But watch says we're at 3 miles. iHike says 2.85 miles. So call it 3 miles, halfway-ish. And then we'll have lunch, take a long exposure here, go back to one of the other high points, closer back to the parking lot and the trailhead, take another long exposure, and probably be done for the day because it's going to be dark by about then. And yeah, I'll find a spot to set up this long exposure. We'll look up the lake and down the lake, and I'll post that right there. So that makes 3 things tagged. That would be, oh, we got the kayak, we got this long exposure. Yeah, when we come back and start from the Summer Falls parking lot side up there, I'll post that right there. That was the nice flat spot, huh? This is the high point though. This is definitely where I want to put the camera. Look up and down. Because if we wrap around any further, we're going to lose looking up lake. See ya. Somewhere in here. Yeah, I'll put the camera. Are you sitting up there, or can I put the camera up there?
If you want to put it up here, go ahead.
Huh?
If you want to put it up here, go ahead.
Yeah.
Get a better angle.
And try to hide down here behind the rocks some.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm going to deploy the camera there. Tonight's adventure, unofficially, caution children, or caution parents, there's going to be an alcohol advertisement, so blot this next 15 seconds out. Today's adventure, brought to you by a Western Cider, Fat Robin cherry flavored cider. Whoo-hoo, baby, this is one of my favorites all time.
What if we got sponsored by that cider company?
I would be legitimately
Hey, you want to sponsor this 500 subscriber YouTube video?
hell yeah. Got some product Facebook pictures, post on Instagram. This is how we celebrate disappointment, YouTube. Drinking heavily. Like any good male between the ages of 25 and 30. Failure of our adventure needs a drink. Celebratory drink. Victory, drink. Failure, drink. Anything, drink.
Where's our failure chocolate?
Shut up, I'm getting it. Did you want your chair? Well, it's time to leave. We're racing the sunshine, and it's
Also getting cloudy.
It's also getting cloudy, and the wind is picking up as the storm clouds are starting to make it off the Cascades. I'll give you one more nice look around off of what I'm calling Winter Point. And then we will head back, and I will take another long exposure from somewhere down, either at the beach or above the beach somewhere. Won't take it at that little cove. We'll take it at the big point at the beach, above the beach. That would be good. Oh, but man, the sun goes away and the wind picks up, and all of a sudden it's cold. Also, we sat around doing nothing for almost an hour, so the blood flow is gone.
Get the blood pumping.
Got to get it pumping. I'll wait till we get back to Clink to give you ratings on things, but I still think this is a good day. Yeah, we didn't make it nearly as far as I thought we were going to, or to the high viewpoints, but we still got out here, still enjoyed ourselves, which is the two most important things, and we also were able to gather good information on next time. If we come out here and hike it in the warmer weather, we know where we can stop to go swimming, and we'll also know where we will want to stop and explore on kayaks too. The problem with the kayaks, though, we'll have to come probably when it's going to be too cold to be swimming, because if we come when it's nice and warm out in like June or September, odds are we're not going to have the lake to ourselves, and there's going to be some jet skiers and stuff, which I'm fine with. I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to come out here. It's just not going to be nearly as quiet and as peaceful as what we were wanting. So here's the close one, because we came up over here somewhere. But this is the other trail. I'm just going to take a look, see. This was the first one I was looking at. Yeah, because this draw here is just about where the actual boot paths you can easily follow end, which makes it a convincing spot to stop. So if you really wanted to, you could go stop on that high point over there, which is a little higher up, but you don't get to look around because we walked up over here somewhere. You can see the trail. It comes over there or there, but we need to go that way some. Yeah, we can pick a draw and go down. I got a fresh battery in here. Hopefully the sound is behaving itself. Oh. Kind of. Oh, what are we gonna name the island, Nash? There's two quote-unquote settlements which are no more than railroad junctions. One's south of the lake called Stratford, and the only other thing that's anywhere near us is an old grain junction past the head of the lake called Bacon. Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon Island. Screw it. Bit steep and slippy in here. Interesting. No. Got a couple thousand honkers hanging out back over there, so I don't think we'll be scaring anymore, but you know, you never know. And welcome to hiking in central Washington, where there's either going to be no trail at all or the most faint game trail that's been turned into an ad hoc boot trail. And you just kind of go with the flow. But I mean, we've seen nobody out here today. There's 3 trucks with guys fishing from shore at the big beach and boat launch at the base of the lake at the dam. Other than that, not a soul. It is December and a balmy 35 degrees outside, so that's going to be part of it. So this is the draw, because the trail we were on continues down there, but this is the draw where we kind of wiggled around through. So are you going to want to make yourself way back down to the lakeside?
You want to go that way?
I mean, I don't care. We can stay up here because I think our next major point is going to be that big cove that we had a hell of a time climbing back out on the rocks. So we'll just stay up here. That's fine. And again, that's the beauty of walking up here along Billy Clapp. There's a trail that's hugs the lake shore and the cliffs. There's one that's a little further inland that we're on. And if you want to skip all this and hustle to the viewpoints, there's an old, I think it used to be an old 4x4 road way inland on the flats. That would probably take you about an hour and a half to go what's probably the 2.5 miles to those viewpoints if you wanted to skip walking along the lake. But we wanted to walk along the lake because that's going to be the prettiest view. So we did that. We took the long scenic route this time. I have no idea. I'm just following Nash, letting him pick trail for a bit. He needs to practice more than I do. Let him explore for a bit. Would be nice if the clouds were to have gone away, stayed away like they were supposed to, but can't get everything every time. Maybe next time when we come out here in May or June to kayak and see the wildflowers, it'll be a nice sunny 70 degree day or warmer. Oh, still some snow and slippy. Mostly frozen mud, extra slippy. Oh, I'm starting to sweat again. So here's a section of that old road, which means that other cove is right below us. If you wanted to go down there and walk along the lake at the cove down there, otherwise we're probably going to stay pretty high and away from the lake. Methinks. And yes, YouTube, after we're done here, we are going to our normal and most favoritist restaurant in the whole world, Campus Utotum in Ellensburg. And as you can see right now, Nash has entered on the beach, so we shall watch him walk across the beach. And this should be a pretty good time lapse too. All right, back on Pinto Beach. I just took a long exposure from the top point up there, which I think I'm going to call Stratford Point. I'll post that right there. Took video, which I'm also going to turn into a time lapse, which will be nice because I had Nash hang out up there for 10 minutes and I had him walk across the beach, so you'll be able to watch that both in real time and in time lapse. He doesn't appear to be waiting for me though, so I got across the beach by myself, which is fine. I'll just run the outro. So, thank you for joining Coulee Outdoors on this desert wandering adventure out at Billy Clapp Lake in central Washington in late fall. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, please tell me what you did or did not like about the video, whether it's content, information, my narration or lack of narration or whatever. That way I can improve the video for next time. Ratings. So let's see here. First up is accessibility. It is a little over, it's about 3 hours from Seattle depending on weather, and it being December we had to go about 30 miles an hour in four-wheel drive over the top of Snoqualmie Pass because it was snowing fairly heavily. But if the Snoqualmie Pass is fine, you can go quote-unquote full speed on all the roadways. It'll take you about 3 hours. So I'm going to give accessibility about 2.5 stars. Difficulty, well, that depends on if you're good at finding trail or not, or following faint trail or not. If you aren't, then you're not going to have a great time. If you are, and this is fine. It was just about 3 miles, and we gained something like 1,000 feet going up and down and up and down and all around and up and down cumulatively. In actuality, we didn't gain hardly any elevation, but it's all the wiggles and wiggles and wiggles. So I'm going to give difficulty 3 miles, faint trail 3 stars, and enjoyment, I enjoyed it. We didn't go nearly as far as I was hoping we were going to go. That's because it's winter time. But at the same time, I fully enjoyed this today, and I can't wait to come back and do this again sometime. I'm getting pictures really quick because the rock, the island in the sunshine, in the late afternoon sunshine, is looking really nice. Enjoyment, yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 3.5 stars. What would make it better, Brandon? Well, I mean, there's no people out here because it's cold out, but if it weren't so cold out, we could go for a swim, and if the days were longer, we could be out here longer and hang out more. So yeah, you know, if it was warmer out, it wouldn't be as peaceful because there'd be people on motorized boats out here, but it would also be warmer and we could go swimming and enjoy the day better. But there's also other things that come with it. The rattlesnakes would be out, the ticks would probably be out, depending on the time of year you're out here. So, you know, there's up and down. So I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 stars, I think. And I just got to find the trail, which theoretically came out over here. The easy overland trail is over here. Oh, that's why there's these white things over here. It's to mark the entrance to the trail, like what you see on the ocean. So yeah, I think this was a fully enjoyable day. Oh no, these are marking. They planted trees down here? Cool. Looks like they planted actual trees down here. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Hopefully they eventually grow and offer some shade on the beach. According to Google Maps, there's supposed to be a trail, and I went way too far. Good Lord, I'm an idiot. My scale is all messed up. So yeah. What's next? Well, it is December. It is coming into winter time, so it's going to be more desert wanders like this, and then hopefully around Christmas time, New Year's and such, we'll be able to start going skiing this winter, because it is supposed to be a snowy, blowy, stormy winter. So hopefully we'll get to go skiing, and we'll get some snow play and some ski content in here soon too. Wow, you would think the trail back off the beach would be easier to find. Oh well. Other than that, before this battery dies, because I'm milking it kind of close, yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Have a good one, and ciao.